Welcome to Celebrating Life and Science. I'm Joan Kerber-Walker, President and CEO of AZBio, the Arizona Bioindustry Association. Arizona educators, researchers, entrepreneurs, and healthcare professionals live at the crossroads of life and science. Tonight, we invite you to get to know them as we share their stories. To set the stage, we've invited a very special guest.
Thank you, Joan. Hello, I'm Sandra Watson, President and CEO of the Arizona Commerce Authority. For many years now, Arizona has been proud to lay claim to one of the most dynamic and innovative bioscience ecosystems in the country. This didn't happen by accident. It came about because of forward-thinking strategic investments and visionary leadership. Today, we are proud to be home of industry leaders such as W.L. Gore, Roche Diagnostics, Medtronic, Caris Life Sciences, BD, Dexcom, Bristol Myers Squibb, Exact Sciences, Stryker, Castle Biosciences, GE Healthcare, and many more. We have grown our research institutions to include TGen, the ASU Biodesign Institute, the Bio5 Institute, the Arizona Cancer Center at UA, the Barrow Neurological Institute, the Arizona Alzheimer's Consortium, the Critical Path Institute, and more. Our hospitals are ranked in the top tier nationally and attract patients from all over the world as they seek the highest quality medical care. And we've built a robust homegrown healthcare talent pipeline through institutions like the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Mayo Clinic, Midwestern University, A.T. Still, and Creighton University. All told, more than 300,000 people work in Arizona's life sciences industry. Every day, they are carrying out extraordinary work administering care for those in need, developing new treatments and cures, and improving the overall health and well-being of our communities. At no time has the value of their selfless efforts been more apparent than over these past 18 months. During the COVID-19 pandemic, our healthcare and public health and bioscience workers have been on the front lines like few others. They've delivered care in some of the toughest situations, developed new ways to test for and diagnose the virus, advanced life-saving treatments and therapies, and been instrumental to our statewide vaccine distribution efforts, which has resulted in over 57% of our state, more than 4 million people, receiving the vaccine to date. To these heroes, we can never say thank you enough. And my deep personal gratitude goes out to everyone in our healthcare and life sciences communities who have come together like never before to deliver when our state needed you most. As we look ahead, we find boundless opportunities on the horizon. Following the disruptions of last year, Arizona's economy has come roaring back with the third fastest job recovery in the nation. Helping lead this surge are many of Arizona's biosciences leaders. BD, which manufactures medical equipment in Tempe, announced this year a new $65 million supply chain hub in Tucson. Exact Sciences acquired 2 Arizona-based companies and is growing its presence in the state. Poba Medical, a medical device manufacturer, has announced an expansion of their own in Flagstaff. And Wexford Science and Technology opened 850 PBC on the Phoenix Biomedical campus. Inside the state-of-the-art facility, OncoMix Therapeutics is working on a revolutionary new cancer treatment, and Calviri is developing a new preventative cancer vaccine. These exciting announcements demonstrate an important fact that no state in the country is better suited to fuel growth in the bioscience industry than Arizona. Here, we are committed to a light tax, low regulation approach, one that embraces new ideas. We believe government should encourage innovation, and we're investing in institutions and leaders that will drive tomorrow's breakthrough. This year's state budget includes an additional $68 million in ongoing funding for our universities, on top of the more than $37 million in one-time funding. We're also adding new dollars to community colleges and K-12 schools, prioritizing our students and their future. During tonight's program, you'll have the opportunity to hear more about Arizona's thriving biosciences industry and the people and breakthroughs literally saving lives. I want to congratulate all of the individuals and organizations being recognized tonight. Keep up the tremendous work and allow me to say thank you to all the researchers, innovators, educators, scientists, healthcare professionals, and frontline workers making Arizona a world-renowned bioscience hub. This day and every day, your work is valued and appreciated. And it's another reason why life is simply better here. Thank you and enjoy the program.
One of the most common elective surgical procedures is LASIK eye surgery. The procedure is safe and effective corrective eye surgery designed to restore a patient's vision and prevent the lifelong need for contacts and glasses. It's estimated that over 10 million LASIK procedures have been performed in the United States since the procedure was approved by the FDA in 1996. It's estimated that over 40 million procedures have been performed around the world. Well, you probably have heard of LASIK. You may not know that the inventor of LASIK eye surgery calls Arizona home.
I'm a retina specialist, and as such I was very familiar with most laser, and I not only use them in a clinical situation, but also I evaluated the effect of these lasers on the ocular structure. So it was quite surprising for me that the laser was not used for correction of the corneal curvature, which actually defines the dioptric power of the eye. A friend of mine who was the CEO of a laser company in Finland, but he said, if you come to Finland, we can go to the physics department, and they have lasers. When I evaluated 3 of them, and one of them was argon fluoride, and that laser did the best. The ablation was perfect, the tissue was smooth, and there was no heat protection. So I came back and wrote the article about it, and also simultaneously, it was 1985, I filed a patent on the technology of using excimer laser, but making a flap and correcting the refractive error or the corneal stroma, and then putting the flap back. And then the approval of the procedure took a longer time. It's about 7 to 10 years after that, which FDA approved that. Teaching the students and the residents and fellows is basically one transfers the knowledge from one person to the other, one generation to the next generation. Although it is an obligation to do that, it's also a pleasure to work with the student, because they simultaneously contribute to the future knowledge because they ask questions. The more they challenge us as a teacher, the more we start thinking about maybe we can do things differently. If I had to be specific and give advice to somebody, I would say choose a good mentor. Simultaneously, I would say do something that you enjoy doing it for a very, very long time, because without that you will not be happy. Because I enjoy doing these kind of things, I don't find it as a kind of really hard or something painful or whatever else for that matter.
For his work in helping millions of people around the world to see more clearly, Dr. Gholam Peyman is the 2021 recipient of the AZBio Pioneer Award for Lifetime Achievement. Creating a place where life science innovations are discovered, developed, and delivered to the patient takes a community of committed partners and leaders. For almost 2 decades, the City of Phoenix has been one of these partners.
Hello, I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. Right now, amazing things are happening in Phoenix, Arizona. We're experiencing tremendous growth, both with our economy and our reputation. Quality of life has always been a big draw, but it's more than that. It's our long-term commitment to growing a strong, diverse economy. It's the spirit of collaboration between business, education, and community partners. It's our support of entrepreneurial ecosystems. It's life-changing innovations. It's all this and so much more that I'm excited to share with you about our city. As you're about to see, Phoenix is the new land of opportunity. I invite you to join us.
Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. This desert is flourishing, probably more than you ever imagined. Fact is, Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the nation and for years has been attracting more people than anywhere else. At the same time, we've been attracting business and creating our own. Since 2019, bioscience and healthcare growth has added millions of square feet of biomedical space, billions in capital investments, and more than 8,000 new jobs. So what makes Phoenix so attractive to so many? It's a convergence of qualities that can be summed up in 2 words: innovation and exhilaration. It's what you get when you combine a culture of innovation with an exciting, exhilarating lifestyle. Innovation and exhilaration is what feeds our growth today, and it will continue to feed it into the future. Phoenix has a long history of innovation, from our canal system, which was built more than 2,000 years ago and brought back to life by early pioneers, to the great names that are making a significant impact today. Phoenix continues to attract the finest minds in therapeutics, in research hospitals, and in universities with research. Phoenix is also home to some of the finest names in semiconductors, aerospace, biomanufacturing, financial services, and software as well as cybersecurity. Phoenix supports innovation in many ways, from the Center for Entrepreneurial Innovation to Phoenix Forge. This is where fresh ideas are born and raised. There is a field of knowledge where Phoenix is an internationally recognized leader: bioscience and healthcare. It put us on the map and continues to light our way forward. Many credit our most recent innovative surge to the International Genomics Consortium, IGC, and Translational Genomics Research Institute, TGen, an affiliate of the City of Hope. The 2 organizations have successfully spun out more than 25 groundbreaking companies, helping create what is known today as the Phoenix Biomedical Campus, a thriving, innovative, and cultural hub in the heart of our downtown. It is here, with the spirit of collaboration stamped in our DNA, where life-changing achievements take place every minute of every day. Our investment in the biosciences is paying dividends. The bioscience healthcare industry in downtown and midtown Phoenix has spawned 335 employers and more than 22,500 employees. That's the largest concentration of healthcare and research professionals in the region. So, it shouldn't come as a surprise that in 2020, Phoenix was named 5th in the nation among emerging life science clusters. Health science in Phoenix is not only located within the boundaries of our biomedical campus. For instance, Phoenix's Mayo Clinic is the largest solid organ transplant center in the country. Mayo Clinic's Alex School of Medicine is ranked among the nation's top medical schools. And right now, Mayo Clinic is doubling their Phoenix campus to more than 3 million square feet.
As our life science community grows, so does the need for talented people to work in these companies. Arizona's universities and community colleges are pumping out graduates at an ever-increasing rate. But new graduates alone will not meet Arizona's growing need for life science talent. Thomas Schumann, the 2021 Arizona Bioscience Educator of the Year, is stepping up to meet the talent challenge.
CEI was a collaborative project between the City of Phoenix, the Maricopa Community College System, and the Economic Development Administration. There was great foresight on the part of the City of Phoenix to realize that we would need a business incubator to serve this growing bioscience industry here in Phoenix. At CEI, we have been focusing on the success of startup companies in the bioscience space. We work with a lot of companies that are emerging out of the research institutions here in the state, and our role is to make sure that the business develops just as quickly as the technology does, so the two come together when it's time to launch. The accomplishments that we like to point to at CEI are kind of twofold. The one we're most proud of is that we've been able to create 764 new jobs in technology career positions. For our clients, the biggest metric is they've been able to raise over $120 million in investment capital. One of the challenges that we observed in our clients as they graduated out of the CEI incubator was that they were having a very difficult time attracting and developing the talent and workforce that they needed to be successful. So we created a program called LabForce that helped address that need. The CEI LabForce is a statewide workforce development program serving the bioscience and life science industries. It is composed of a state-of-the-art learning management system where we've curated 300 of the best bioscience courses, and it is complemented with a training facility in the Phoenix Biomedical Campus where we will deliver live workshops and coaching. CEI LabForce supports growing and scaling companies in the technology fields, and in essence, we provide them a training department in a box. They have all the courses and resources they need to manage the development of their teams. One of our next initiatives is to work with our partners to create a collaboration that will truly spark an innovation ecosystem here in downtown Phoenix. This new initiative, known as Collide AZ, will bring together researchers, the business ecosystem, the arts community, creating a very diverse group to see what kind of sparks can happen to create new ideas in Phoenix. As we approach our 10th anniversary, it's hard not to get excited about what the next decade holds for CEI. We are so in love with our mission of supporting entrepreneurs through their journey, through their challenges, and we hope we'll always be there with the answers that they need to grow their business.
The HonorHealth Research and Innovation Institute in Scottsdale is a place where research, development, and healing happens. The Institute is led by Dr. Mark Slater, our 2021 Arizona Bioscience Leader of the Year.
HonorHealth Research Institute combines world-class care and innovative research to improve, extend, and save lives.
Innovation is a core value at HonorHealth that's woven into our culture, and the HonorHealth Research Institute represents the pinnacle of this value. We are so proud of the accomplishments the Research Institute has made over the past 15 years under Dr. Slater's leadership in bringing new and cutting-edge treatment options to patients in our community.
My vision coming from UC San Diego to HonorHealth was to develop a unique, hybrid, academic, community healthcare, and industry biosciences ecosystem that brought together best science and patient care to make a real difference in patients' lives right here and right now. Our focus is on the last mile of clinical innovation, expanding what is possible by breaking through promising innovations to extend and enhance the quality of life for patients.
I've had the honor to work with Dr. Slater closely for the past 6 years, and he's become both a trusted colleague as well as a friend. Mark Slater has often talked about bringing tomorrow's cures today, and watching him do that over the past decade and a half has truly been transformational in terms of the healthcare environment in our community.
I've been truly fortunate to work with some of the nation's foremost clinical investigators at the HonorHealth Research Institute. These compassionate physicians and dedicated scientists are pushing the boundaries of medical knowledge every day. They're embracing innovation and collaboration to develop new treatments, therapies, techniques, and technologies.
Some of the most exciting advancements are coming in the area of personalized precision medicine, tailoring diagnosis, treatment, and even prevention to the individual at the molecular level.
We appreciate Dr. Slater and the HonorHealth Research Institute in creating an environment where clinical and translational research can thrive and improve the lives of our patients. Through our partnerships with TGen and many other collective efforts, we're seeing the powerful impact of integrated bench-to-bedside science for the personalized care of our patients, such as in our organoid program that uses the patient's own tissue to identify and develop new treatment options.
Our patients are depending on us to act with urgency to develop more advanced treatment options so that we can stay ahead of their disease. And when I think of the HonorHealth Research Institute, I'm proud of all the firsts. Firsts in developing targeted therapies, new drug approvals based on initial responses at HRI, new cardiovascular devices, cellular therapies, diagnostics, and innovative technology development. But I'm most gratified by the patient responses. Patients who had little hope but are living longer and better due to the remarkable work of our dedicated physicians, scientists, and research professionals to treat patients as they would want themselves and their families to be treated. I'd like to thank AZBio for this award and for all of their support in developing a vibrant bioscience ecosystem in Arizona. It is wonderful to be a part of the progress and impact of the biosciences in Arizona through the Flynn Foundation Biosciences Roadmap, through our school initiatives, and many collaborations across the community. This award is really a tribute to our investigators, staff, health system, donors, partners, and patients who are all working together in this remarkable ecosystem to show what is possible, to provide real hope and offer a destination site for exceptional care and innovation.
Putting people first is easy to say, but building policy solutions that address the challenges people face is easier said than done. It requires the willingness to actively listen to different viewpoints, the ability to compromise, and a talent for creating shared solutions. Join me in learning about AZBio Public Service Honoree, Kate Brophy McGee.
Public service started over 20 years ago as a neighborhood leader, led to a school board, the Washington Elementary School Board, for 10 years, and then on to the legislature for 10 years. Looking back over that period of time, I was driven by the need to make things better for Arizona's children and Arizona's families. And that has been the major theme of my public service work. When I first joined the Biosciences Steering Committee, it was 2011, and we were still in the throes of the Great Recession. I had very deep concerns about Arizona's economy. So seeing the work that was happening around the biosciences space was immensely uplifting and encouraging. From my viewpoint, what is important is to protect the TRIF funding so that the three incubators, ASU, U of A, and Northern Arizona University, those research hubs and their specialized fields can continue to produce with the assistance of that funding. We've carved out a niche for ourselves as a state, and we are producing a quality work, quality entrepreneurs, quality projects that don't just impact Arizona or the United States. They are internationally renowned and acclaimed projects. We need to continue this work. It's imperative, and it was about one of the few bright spots in Arizona's economy when I first began my work in the legislature.
Everyone who buys something in Arizona is investing in life-saving and life-changing research. Arizona's Technology and Research Initiative Fund, or TRIF for short, was created when Arizona voters passed Proposition 301 in 2000. Prop 301 added 0.6% to our state sales tax. The majority of Prop 301 tax revenue supports K-12 education and community college workforce programs. A small portion, just 12% of the funding collected, goes to TRIF, funding research projects at Arizona's 3 public universities. According to a study by the Milken Institute, the continued existence of this fund and the commitment to research and technology that it represents is an essential component of Arizona's innovation economy. 20 years of TRIF-supported research has helped to build Arizona's research infrastructure and our talent base. TRIF researchers explore big questions that impact our daily lives. How can we be healthier? How can we protect our environment and precious natural resources? How can we keep our nation and our service members safe? How can we prepare today's and tomorrow's workforce for the careers of the future? And as COVID-19 began to spread across Arizona, TRIF researchers worked hand in hand with Arizona's healthcare and public health teams to meet the immediate needs of our community.
So I moved to Arizona State University about 3 years ago. At the time of the move, we had done enough work on this virus to convince me it had to go into human clinical trials. When I was recruited here, one of the things that I wanted to do is set up a company from scratch.
I went and talked to the dean here at ASU. He said, it's really good timing. We just recruited a guy who's world class. He's got this oncolytic virus, and it's a rabbit virus, and it kills cancer cells, and it's very specific only for human cancer cells. And I thought, wow, that's great.
Dr. McFadden here at ASU has been able to essentially harness that special feature and create a system in which cancer cells in humans begin to look a lot like rabbit cells in terms of their vulnerabilities to a virus.
The fact that you can contribute to help people and to cure people, to give a better quality of life to people with this type of terrible diseases like cancer, that was my driving force.
Professor McFadden and his team, they've developed about 30 peer-reviewed publications around this technology. The next step is really, what about the intellectual property?
It's a fairly complicated business to decide what can be patented and what cannot be, and most academics like myself are not experts in it. As a professor at Arizona State University, my partner is SkySong Innovations.
This is really a unique place in terms of encouraging innovation out of Arizona. We were able to do some things here that would have been almost impossible in some other places.
There's kind of a recipe when it comes to technology transfer, it turns out. It's really about technology, it's about people in the form of leadership for companies, and money to be able to fund those business endeavors. And what OncoMix has been able to do in terms of forming a great team, raise a good deal of money out of the gate, and get things rolling, there's just so much potential.
I've known people that have had cancer and have lost the battle. I'm a cancer survivor myself, and so it's deeply personal to me that we owe it to the next generation to come up with new cures, new treatments, new ways to go after this disease. That's our job, and I think we should take it as our prime directive in life as well.
The Bio5 Institute at the University of Arizona is one of the places where TRIF researchers work together to tackle big challenges and inspire bold solutions. As they celebrate their 20th anniversary, let's explore Bio5.
Bio5 is recognized internationally as a model for bringing people together and facilitating collaborative interdisciplinary research. Bio5 works within the University of Arizona, but also around the state. We know that the time that an individual researcher could work alone in their lab and make a difference is pretty much gone. Right now, the grand challenges are difficult. They require groups of people to work together. They may be from vastly different disciplines, not only just scientists and engineers, but people who understand regulatory affairs, law, entrepreneurship, public health. The TRIF initiative, or the Technology and Research Initiative Fund, has been critical for Bio5. Bio5 was founded in 2001 when this voter-approved sales tax initiative began. It helps fund our missions to bring people together and catalyze research excellence, to bring those innovations to the market, and to help educate the next generation of scientists. We're celebrating 20 years of innovation and research excellence. Bio5 has returned a great investment on the taxpayers' money. We have brought in $1 billion in external funds into the state of Arizona through the grants and contracts and gifts that our researchers have put out. Also, we've spun out 55 companies that are bringing their innovations to the people of Arizona. We've educated over 15,000 University of Arizona students who are engaged in our research and outreach programs. Finally, our Keys High School internship program has had the opportunity to have almost 600 interns over its lifetime. Bio5 is always looking towards the future. We know one of the areas that we want to tackle is resilient aging. We want to make sure that people live healthy lives, not just long lives. And so we're looking at bringing people together to tackle brain diseases, to tackle frailty, and to tackle how we can live in a society that is exciting and stimulating. As director of the Bio5 Institute, I have the honor of leading a great group of faculty, staff, and students. We get to look forward to the future to see what are the challenges that are coming ahead and how do we need to prepare for them. We get the opportunity to build the facilities, to build the programs that will bring these people together and be able to access the next grand challenge.
Arizona Bioscience Researcher of the Year, Dr. Janko Nikolich-Žugich, is an internationally recognized immunologist and gerontologist. He developed one of the most accurate COVID-19 antibody tests in the world, laying the foundation for a comprehensive statewide testing program here in Arizona. Let's see what he's working on now.
Millions of people around the world have died from COVID-19, a devastating disease caused by a coronavirus previously unknown to humans. As with other viral outbreaks that spread with abandon, scientists have been forced to play catch-up to defeat a relentless army of pathogens. At the University of Arizona Health Sciences, researchers are well positioned to make a significant impact in the never-ending battle to protect humans against the damage caused by invisible invaders. For the past several years, teams of scientists have been focusing on the immune system and inflammation and how the two work together to fight disease and debilitation.
Our immune system is there to defend us against microorganisms, against viruses and bacteria and fungi and parasites that will come and attack us. There's a lot of destruction when you activate an immune response.
In a viral infection, such as COVID-19, an invading pathogen enters a host cell and replicates itself. When our immune system is functioning properly, one of the things it does is deploy killer T cells that seek out infected cells and destroy them.
Our immune system is a very dangerous killing machine in a way. And we don't want to deploy that machine unless it's absolutely necessary.
One of the first responses of the immune system is inflammation. It protects the damaged cells until the microscopic invaders are destroyed. But inflammation must be controlled. Uncontrolled, it is known to play a role in many diseases.
There is a lot of inflammation typically when the immune system is activated. When the signal is on, you go all the way skyrocket, mobilizing your inflammation. When you no longer have that bug, you want to inflammation done with and stopped and over and switched off.
This unique focus on immunity and inflammation led Dr. Janko Nikolich-Žugich to develop a strategic initiative at Arizona Health Sciences to better understand the human immune system and its effect on quality of life. The initiative, Creating Defenses Against Disease, tackles issues related to infection, immunity, inflammation, and aging.
So what this initiative is really aiming to do is to understand human immune system, how human immune system deals with different bugs as they come in, and different types of, properly regulated or not properly regulated reactions, and then how that plays into not only defending against the immediate danger, which is the infection, but also into your long-lived quality of life in a way.
Discoveries begin the innovation process, but it takes teams within businesses to take an idea and turn it into a product or service that makes an impact. Each year, AZBio selects 3 companies where teams are accelerating their innovation process and honors them with Fastlane Awards. The first of our 2021 honorees is Pathogen DX.
It was on March 2020 when our company, Pathogen DX, realized when the country had basically declared that there was a public health emergency. Our team was energized around this primarily because they felt it was a duty and an obligation to help the country, knowing what our technology could do in terms of curbing the pandemic. Our DetectX RV test is our FDA EUA authorized test, and how it compares to other qRT-PCR tests is that it's almost 10 to 50 times more accurate. We were selected out of thousands of companies by the National Institute of Health, the Rapid Acceleration of Diagnostics program, and we were one of only 30 companies to scale up testing across the country. The second most significant accomplishment was that we obtained FDA EUA authorization for our test. And then the third one is really we were able to commercially offer that test across so many labs across the country. How I see innovation sort of growing within the Arizona bioscience community is the last several years have shown that Arizona develops incredible technical talent, incredible science and technology. What's next for Pathogen DX is our test currently sits in a lab and it takes 5 hours in terms of getting a result. What we're doing is we're eliminating that. And how we're eliminating it is we're basically transforming that technology so it can be done in a point of care setting, a doctor's office, urgent care, a pharmacist location. And it basically delivers a result in 1 hour, making it much easier, and the sample doesn't have to travel to a lab. We saw, 600,000 Americans lose their lives. We saw millions get sick. And we felt that this was a duty and an obligation to embrace ourselves because we fundamentally felt that our technology could make a difference in terms of preventing people from getting sick and people from dying. When you feel that way, it's personal. And we realized that the technology could help that from a personal perspective.
Committing to be an organ and tissue donor is a generous decision that can save lives. You may know someone who has given this special gift or that has made the decision to do so in the future. Huma Biologics is an Arizona company helping to increase the impact of this very special gift.
Huma Biologics partner with tissue banks around the US to obtain the human tissue that is not going to be used for transplant. We're actually working to honor the donor wish to help others by actually finding an avenue for that tissue to be used in research. We extract the main building blocks and provide them to researchers so they can recreate human tissues and organs or create 3D models by 3D bioprinting or other means to accelerate the development of drug discovery and drug screenings. We as humans are created differently from each other, and we are even more different than animals. 90% of the drugs that we test in animals and they show efficacy and safety, they fail in phase 1 clinical trials, and that percentage is actually even higher for cancer drugs. To develop effective human therapies, we have to use relevant tools such as human-derived biomaterials so we can do this efficiently and more quickly. Some of the most exciting achievements last year include closing on $1 million seed fund in the middle of the pandemic. We built a robust quality system for our products to comply with good manufacturing practices, which will allow our products to be used for human therapies in the future. We also partnered with several life sciences companies and bioprinting companies in the field to make our products more accessible to researchers around the world. Our Arizona bioscience community may seem small, but it's definitely one of the most supportive communities in the nation. It was great seeing our City of Phoenix, AZBio, the Flynn Foundation, and many others stepping up during the pandemic to help small businesses like us. Every day is an exciting day for us as we get to meet new customers, discuss new partnerships, and find ways to meet the needs of our researchers who are working on life-saving therapies.
As we've all seen over the last 2 years, what you can't see can have a devastating impact. Botanicol Analytics is laser focused on keeping us safe and healthy.
Botanicol Analytics is working on the world's first autonomous disease detector. It's a new class of technology that combines the accuracy of a medical lab with the convenience of a vending machine, and we make it for demanding national security customers.
Well, right now, medical diagnostics are slow in two ways. First, they're slow to process a result. So PCR, for example, takes anywhere from 3 to 24 hours to get a result of the patient, and even antigen testing takes about 15 minutes.
And crucially, it's the only software updatable test that can be programmed to respond not only to common diseases and coronavirus, but also 32 biological weapons of mass destruction in the future.
We were thrilled to be admitted to the Air Force Accelerator powered by Techstars. We were the only company out of 30 to graduate from the program that received a follow-on investment. On top of that, we've won 2 Air Force contracts, and we also embarked on a clinical study with Harvard Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. So we're finishing that up and expect a clinical study report in the October-November timeframe.
And we've been generously supported by the Arizona Bioscience community, both in terms of our friends at CEI Gateway, our award from the Flynn Bioscience Entrepreneurship Program, and most recently this Fastlane Award. So we're grateful for all our deep Arizona roots. Next up, we anticipate FDA authorization in March, and we have the ability to rapidly scale throughout the DoD and incredible introductions in the Special Forces community and key players in military medicine throughout the CENTCOM area of responsibility, which is worldwide. We're thrilled to be here, and thanks so much for your time.
The Arizona Bioscience Company of the Year Award recognizes a company whose Arizona-based operations are transforming the world. Meet Biolab Sciences.
My own skin is a disruptive technology that we've acquired 17 patents in 17 countries. We've had it for about 2 years now, and it benefits patients that have chronic non-healing wounds, burns, trauma, injuries, so on. And using the patient's own cells, we can create 3 4-inch by 4-inch patches of the patient's own skin in 7 days. And the benefit being the patient's own cells is they're less likely to reject them. So we have a very high rate of success. We're transforming the wound care industry by offering practitioners, doctors, hospitals, other ways to help treat patients' wounds. Wounds expose the body. The key to closing up the wound in the skin is allowing the body to heal. But in addition to that, it improves the quality of life for the patient. The community here in Phoenix has been amazing as far as supporting our company and our growth. We've been around a little over 3 years. We were founded in April of 2018. Having organizations like the Arizona Commerce Authority, AZBio, Phoenix Economic Development Council, the White Hat, the investors, having all those programs available have been instrumental in our growth. Biolab Sciences is looking to move into the Wexford building and the Phoenix Biomedical Campus in Q1 of 2022. We're looking at new technologies to help improve the quality of life for people around the world using their own cells. We're looking at diagnostic testing and other technologies. We're looking to hire more good people. We feel that being in the Phoenix Biomedical Campus and being in the Phoenix community will allow us to bring in the best of the best, and that's how we'll continue to grow.
Last year, Bio CEO Dr. Michelle McMurray-Heath announced that promoting diverse clinical trials would become a top organizational priority. Now, member companies like Moderna and Pfizer simultaneously and on their own enrolled on commonly diverse phase 3 trials for their COVID vaccines. So working together with Dr. Michelle, I'm going to do all I can as Bio Chair to encourage our industry to carry over that progress into other disease areas. we will tirelessly focus on patients, people, and innovation. Now, I've spent most of my career in small biotech. The story of these scrappy companies driving a biomedical revolution is a story the American people almost never hear. But look at the more than 900 clinical programs launched to fight COVID, and you'll see their footprints everywhere. Moderna and BioNTech are now household names. Others will follow, but most won't end in an approved medicine. Historically, 9 out of 10 biotech projects and biotech companies fail. Each time that happens, we grieve, but we do it quickly because our patients need to move forward. When we move forward, something incredible happens, like a phoenix. We rise from the ashes and start anew on the next promising target, the next labor of love. Because despite the disappointment we feel, we know our work wasn't a failure. Far from it. With every experimental agent that doesn't meet a decisive endpoint, we gain actionable insights for the next one. That's the story of companies that worked on vaccines for early coronaviruses, SARS and MERS, without a dollar to show for it. In science, you almost always have to fail before you succeed. And those failures don't come cheap. Every innovation success must subsidize 9 expensive failures. When we conflate the cost of our medicines, which are set by middlemen making record profits, with the wholesale costs set by the markets, we can cause long-term damage to scientific research. Research that allowed America to create multiple COVID vaccines in record time. Thanks to biotech vaccines, our post-COVID future is coming into clearer focus. Biotechnology is foundational to our tomorrow. It's how we will prevent and cure the deadliest diseases. It's how we'll provide healthy food to an exploding population. And it's how we'll power our cars and airplanes and make next-generation consumer products without harming our environment.
Working together, we can help more Arizona discoveries begin the journey to become the treatments and cures that people need.
Over the last 2 decades, Arizona has made major investments in our universities and our healthcare delivery systems. Today, Arizona life science entrepreneurs are working to develop the treatments and cures that people are waiting for.
We allow large healthcare enterprises to remotely access their patients, increasing access to care, reducing hospitalization, while reducing costs.
We're working to help seriously ill patients breathe better.
We are developing ultrasound contrast agents and theranostics to detect and treat disease.
We help researchers create life-saving therapies.
We are developing an oxygen therapeutic to treat life-threatening diseases at Nuvox Pharma.
B-Screen CRC. It's an easy, accurate, and affordable non-invasive blood test for colorectal cancer screening.
We are working on a compact DNA sequencer for genomic testing at home. We are iNanoBio.
Innovations that address unmet medical needs travel a challenging and expensive path. Finding the funding to make the leap from the lab and into the development process is one of an early stage entrepreneur's biggest challenges. Some states, like California and Massachusetts, have more than their fair share of early stage funding. Arizona does not have enough. That is why AZBio and the Opportunity Through Entrepreneurship Foundation have created AZ Advances. You can learn about it at azadvances.org.
Each day we have with the people we love is precious, and there are never enough. When someone we love lives with disease, we do what we can to help, and we feel like it's never enough. Every time as researchers, innovators, and healthcare teams, we are not able to conquer disease in time, we know that for all that we do, until we succeed, it is never enough. So we keep loving, keep helping, keep working to find answers. For when we do, someday, it will be enough.
My name is Mark Wolf. I joined Calviri as the Chief Executive Officer and very thrilled to be part of this mission-driven company to end deaths from cancer. With over 10 years of fundamental research, Calvary has established two main platforms, immunosignatures and frameshift peptides, to detect early, prevent, and treat cancer in humans and in animals.
I'm Catherine Sykes. I'm Vice President of Research and Product Development at Calvary, and also a co-founder with Stephen Johnston. Calvary has discovered a rich source of neoantigens that are only in tumor cells. We have discovered some of these neoantigens that are shared across many different cancers as well as specific cancers. Calvary can detect, measure, and evaluate the utility of these neoantigens using our proprietary neopeptide microchips. By querying a small amount of a patient's blood that contains antibodies on this microchip of all possible variants, and we can identify which ones not only are being generated by that person, but which ones his or her immune system is recognizing. Calvary is unique because we are developing products for early detection of cancer and a companion therapeutic vaccine, not drug. And on the path to developing these companion products, we will actually discover preventative vaccines.
Hi, my name is Terrence O'Neill. I am the Director of Production, but with early stage companies, you wear many hats, so it's not uncommon for all of us to contribute wherever we can to make sure we meet company goals. What we're doing, we're actually merging two proven technologies. We're merging semiconductor technology with peptide synthesis, and how we do that is what makes Calvary unique. We have a proprietary system, a robotic system that actually creates the peptides for us. Our robot allows us to have scalable manufacturing, high throughput at reduced costs. So using our robots, we actually can put the right peptide in the right location every time. Our diversified arrays actually provide more information to our customers than any other competitor can. Our robot is an amazing piece of machinery. Actually, it's a work of art. It's beautiful. We can provide a significant amount of information that can be used to diagnose a myriad of diseases. And of course, the holy grail is to produce preventative and therapeutic vaccines, thereby ending deaths from cancer.
My name is Anna Gervasi. I am an immunologist, and I am from many places in the world. Yeah, so it was not difficult for us to move here because we were used to living in Seattle, where we had 9 months of rain and then 3 months of beautiful summers. So we exchanged that for 9 months of beautiful weather and 3 months of really hot weather. Yeah, people are really friendly here, and I don't know if it's the sunshine that makes people happier or what it is, but people are always happy here. I have worked in a variety of jobs, starting from academia to new company startups, and I am here in Calvary because I really believe in the mission of this company. Your people at Calvary are very motivated and passionate about the work we're doing here. So we all have our specific projects that are based on our knowledge or our experience. And however, we are all working towards the same goal. So we are a team, we're working together, but each one of us is doing one piece of the puzzle. At Calvary, the vaccine that we are currently testing in dogs in our dog cancer trial will not only work as a model for human cancers, but will also become a product for our friends. The #1 cause of death in dogs is cancer, and it takes their lives somewhere between the age of 8 and 10. Our hope at Calvary is to be able to diagnose cancer very early.
Calvary is in growth mode. We want to expand very rapidly, and we have the vision of basically taking over the cancer space. If you're an adventuresome soul and you want to be part of the future of this transformation, come and talk to us.
Arizona's bioscience industry is committed to discovering, developing, and delivering innovative medicines, medical devices, and healthcare technologies that make life better for people in Arizona and around the world. Arizona's healthcare delivery partners at every level work to help Arizonans stay healthy, provide high-quality care to patients when health challenges occur, and partner with our research community to develop even better health solutions in the future. Arizona's investments into our private and university-based research centers are creating a triple benefit by developing solutions to improve health while creating learning opportunities for our students that prepare them for the high-quality jobs this industry creates. Through these combined efforts, Arizona's bioscience and healthcare industry is one of the leading job creators in Arizona, providing access to high-quality jobs that contribute to the health of our economy and of our people. The work of these researchers, innovators, and healthcare professionals is further supported by Arizona investors and philanthropists who have a shared purpose for creating valuable products and services that improve health and make the delivery of healthcare more affordable by keeping people healthy and offering solutions when care is needed. We hope you enjoyed this year's edition of Celebrating Life and Science. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of Arizona's healthcare and life science community, we wish you, your family, and your friends well. To learn more about how Arizona's life science innovators are working to make life better for all of us, you can visit us at azbio.org.